Well, hello friends. Welcome to Kiss Up Cards, Keep It Simple Stamping Up. I'm coming to you from Ontario, Canada, and I'm Marianne, and I'm a Stampin' Up consultant with Stamping Up, of course. I'm coming here tonight to just talk to you and to show you a card that I'm going to make with the paper. So I want to talk to you about a special that is going on right now, and I would be remiss if I didn't share a good sale with you. And every January and February, Stamping Up does what they call Celebration. So this is their little catalog. What I would suggest is, yeah, they give out catalogs, but go online and check things out. Check your products out online. You can check it out by category. You can check out all the products and just take a look through there. The catalogs can sometimes be overwhelming. I know I found it overwhelming. I still here it is overwhelming to look through the catalog. There is so much in there. It's not just the products, it's the ideas and the way it's laid out. It's really difficult. It's not difficult, it's overwhelming. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to order? So I'm just going to talk to you about that tonight a little bit. But with Celebration, if you order $75 worth of product, you get to pick out something from this catalog. So I'll show you a few things that I have picked out from this catalog. I have picked out what they call the toadstool paper. So it is just beautiful. I'll go through a little bit more of it later when we go to my craft table. I've got this card kit that will make let me see, one kit. Rainbow Celebration set. It'll make 2, 4, 6 cards, and it makes 6 cards like this with the rainbow. Then the other one that I really like, I like these, and I love the toadstool paper. That is going to be so much fun to work with. But this, so this is, so I can read it, the Bloom Impressions. Oh my gosh, this paper is so beautiful. So let's go to my craft table. I'll show you what it looks like, the whole package, and talk about it some more and talk about Celebration some more. And the other thing to do is, okay, what else do I need? Well, go back to my couple of first videos and I shared, you know, what you need to start with. That would be a good way to, you know, get $75 worth of product and then pick out something in the catalog. Now, the other thing is, if you pick out $150 worth of, if you purchase $150 worth of product, there is some freebies for just $150, or you can pick 2 free items, and it just keeps going. However, the other thing that happens is if you become a member, let's say a member, it's like being in the club. And you join as a consultant, that's what you join as. However, you don't need to do anything. A consultant, there's some benefits to being at that consultant level. If you make any future purchases, you automatically get 20% off your products. You get to purchase things ahead of time. Like there's for consultants, there's a time before it comes out on the market that we get to purchase products. So we get a sneak peek before everybody else. We get to look at the catalog long before anybody else can. So there are some benefits and perks. Now, you don't have to get into all of this. You don't have to have home parties. You don't have to do anything. Or you can become a consultant, get your base products, because you get to purchase, you can build your kit, so you can put anything in your kit, and you'll get $165 worth of products for only $135, plus shipping is included in that. So it's a great way to you've got a sale going on. Okay, so listen to this. You get a sale on the regular products. And if you go to the sale, like the last chance products, you can pick some items up for sale as well that are great. Now, things like scissors and glue and the foam adhesives, those do not go on sale, but those are always regular, and you need, or the another thing that you might want to throw in your kit is the trimmer, paper trimmer. This paper trimmer is fantastic. It has all the measurements on it. You can get replacement blades. It has the cutting blade and the scoring blade. It has an arm, so you can measure up to 17 inches. I've never gone that high, but it is good. And these plastic arms, if for whatever reason it breaks, they sell replacement parts for it as well. So I think it's a great deal. So those are those things that you can throw in your kit. And so you'll get $165 worth of product for $135. You pay no shipping. It's included. So another great deal. Then you have a choice. So I'm going to show you. You have a choice of getting 2 marker sets plus this stamp. Now I know it's backwards, but it's called Handmade Designs. So it's got some florals on it. It has words like thank you very much, sentiments, thank you very much, have the best day, and handmade by, and then you can write your signature on. So that's always nice to put on the back of the card. So beautiful, beautiful set. Or if you're not interested in that, you can get another $41 in product. So it's a real, so that's $30, $71 in free product if you become a consultant. Great deal. So I leave that up with you. If you have any questions, just ask me, email me, or put it in the comments below as well in the video. Other people might have those same comments. So let's go to my craft table, and I'm going to show you all the wonderful paper, and out of the bloom expressions, I'm going to make a card. This is the Toadstool Garden. It's 48 sheets of 6 by 6. So this comes in 6 by 6, but you get 48 sheets. And there's 4 each of each design. So there'll be 4 of each, and then the B side. There's some wood grain. I have card ideas for that. And look at that. It's just, this is great. And then look at this side. This, I mean, look at that together. They just go so well together. This will just make so many fun cards. Look at the toadstool. And then it goes with any of these, like the color combinations are fantastic. It'll even go with this. Like, it's just gorgeous. I love the stripes. And then you got the and then on the back of the stripes, you've got these little designs. Some more of the wood grain, a nice purple stripe. Oh, look at this. This is cute. Cute little toadstools. They're adorable. Some more of that purple striped paper with those. Oh, that's what's on the back of the striped paper. I've got this all mixed up. And some more of that. So those will make just gorgeous cards. And you know, I have, so it's got what colors. This is one of the things when you're looking at your catalog, is look at the colors that are listed on the back. There's early espresso, fresh freesia. So early espresso is a brown, which I stamp a lot with. Fresh freesia is a purple, a light purple, granny apple green, melon mambo, poppy parade, and pumpkin pie. So if you got if you got this package for free and you wanted paper that matched it, you could get any one of those colors or any two, and you would have enough to make cards with this package and be able to match it up really nicely. It will match up really beautifully. So that's the toadstool. This is the card kit. This is one of the card kits I got. See, as a consultant, we've been able to order this early, so that's why I order so much a month, and that's why it's been going on a while for consultants, but now it's 2 months worth for, I need my scissors, 2 months worth of sales for retail customers. That's one of the benefits of being a consultant. There is a requirement to maintain your consultant status, but you know what? You can let it lapse, and when you're ready, you can become a consultant again when there's another cool special. So these are the cards. Look at that, how they open up like this. Then there's some adhesive foam pads, envelopes in there. Oh, look at this. Isn't that beautiful on the inside? Then, oh, look at this, in different languages. I remember that, them saying about that. So that's kind of cool as well. So if you have some loved ones in your family that, you know, have different languages, you could use that. I mean, don't throw those away ever, ever, ever. Look at this. This is ephemera. And then some more ephemera to decorate your cards with. And some white clouds. Isn't that lovely? So those will make beautiful cards, or I could give as a gift to someone. And that would be a beautiful gift. Now, this is the one that I really like, and it's called Bloom Expressions. And the colors in here are different than the other pack. It has some of the very peach pie is in here. Melon mambo. So there are some colors that are in this package that are in that. The first one, the mushroom one that I showed you. And so you could use it for both. But there's Azure Afternoon, Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to show you a card with Blackberry Bliss, Blueberry Bushel, Coastal Cabana, love that color, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pumpkin Pie, and Shy Shamrock is in all of these colors. And look at this. So this comes in 12 by 12. And so you get 2 sheets of each design. And there's always an A side and a B side. So a B side has more of that wash effect of it. But look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my, this is beautiful. Look, 2 sheets of this and then the B side. Those go so well together. Look, bright yellow. So beautiful. So beautiful. Remember, this paper is free. That looks so beautiful together. I love this one. This. And larger flowers, and then blue. Isn't that a gorgeous pack of paper? So we're going to work with this. I'm going to show you a card. I'm going to use a design that I used in one of my first videos to show you how to do this. And we're going to use Blackberry Bliss. And I don't know what I did with my Blackberry Bliss paper. I moved it out of the way. Oh, so I'll get another sheet. find it when I least expect it. All right, so I'm going to, I love this. I gravitate towards the darker colors, the earthier tones, the regal colors. I tend to gravitate towards those more so than the brighter colors. I don't know why. I have bright colors here. I pick them out and I put them back. However, I might use some of the bright colors for this. Now, that's okay. That one goes really well. I'm not going to do the yellow. So this is what I just do. I just go, okay, now there's Blackberry Bliss in this for sure. So that goes really well. Both of those. And then this one goes really well too, because there's Blackberry Bliss in this. Ah, look what I found. My Blackberry Bliss. But this goes really well with it as well. I think I like that. Okay. So that's all I need is just one sheet of this. Now, eventually what I'm going to do, I find 12 by 12 like really big to work with. And this pattern is conducive to cutting everything down to 6 by 6. So I will do that and it'll be much more manageable, easier to store and file and be able to do that. All right, so what I'm going to do is get my cutter out. Whoops, I don't need that like that. All right, so I got my cutter out and I'm going to just make a usual card like I always do. So you can probably yell out the measurements for me. So I'm going to score in half. I'm going to score once, cut once, and that equals 2 cards. And then cut at 5.5, but I always cut from the bottom to the top, and that will make sure that I get an accurate measurement. If you cut from the top to the bottom, sometimes the paper can move, and that impacts what you're doing. So when I'm doing a paper and I'm cutting it into 6-inch squares, I'll just show you how I do that. So this paper cutter goes all the way to the 6 inches, and I just cut it up like that. It doesn't impact it at all, the design or anything, and then I make 6-inch squares. See? And I just find that much more manageable to work with. Like even when I was showing you the mushroom paper, which was 6 inches compared to the 12-inch paper, it was more difficult. I don't know, just not more difficult, but just lots of paper. All right, so I have my card base. Yeah, it was hard to see if it was scored. It's still hard to see. I don't think I scored that very well. Well, I just folded it in half, and there we go. Okay. Now this one I'm going to just, I'm not doing a mat this time. This was the card that one of the very first cards I showed you. Simple, easy, and it focuses more on the designer paper. My card is 4 1/4 by 5.5. So I want to leave a border of the Blackberry Bliss. So I will cut this at 4 inches. And at 5 1/4. So I'm just going a 1/4 inch down, smaller than my card. Now these pieces, remember, don't throw away these pieces. This can actually be used on the inside of the card. This, will it fit on the envelope? Oh, I can do the envelope. There we go. So nothing of this 6-inch square, there's going to be very little left. All right. So I can just lay it down like this, and that will look really, really nice. But what we did was on the very first card is we made a fold. Now, if you want, you can be, I'm just eyeballing it, and I'm doing a fold like this. Okay? Now, the ironic thing is I've got Blackberry Bliss ink ordered, and it's just quite not here, probably come tomorrow. Now, what you can do with this that I've seen is they took their bone folder and they just did a little bit of this and then glued there like this. So it adds just another unique design to it. All right. So I'm going to glue this down. I love letting the designer paper be the star of the card. All right, so I just need a little bit. I'm going to get a glue dot to do that because I'm going to keep that. Let's get that off of there. So this is similar to the card we did, the very first card I showed you, but I'm adding a little twist to it. So you see it's not flat. So on the inside of the card, I'm going to put a piece of white paper. I love having everything within arm's reach. I think I've talked about that before. I'm gonna have to show you my room. Let me organize or clean it up a bit. All right, when I use it on the inside of my card, I use the Stamp and Seal. You could use a little drop of glue. Oh, I should have stamped on it first, but that's okay. All right, and then this can go along the bottom like this. I'll just let it extend a little bit over the edge. So again, I'm using that whole 6x6 piece. There we go. And then this is going to go on the envelope. So put the glue on the flap. And then just put the paper on here. Okay. And now that it's secure, I'm just going to cut the excess off. Okay, so there's the envelope, and this is all we have left from a 6-inch square. Look at that, how beautiful that is. Now we need a sentiment, and I think I might do some ribbon, but we need a sentiment. And usually I do it on here. I think I just may leave that. Okay, what I'm going to do is, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Hugs for Love. This is a very current stamp set. And this one, I'm going to use this one. I haven't used it yet. So I'm just going to lay it down here to let it relax. I'm going to grab a block and I'm going to pick it up this way instead of securing it on there. And then that will keep it just really, really nice. I'm going to take my little ink spot and stamp this in a color that matches my Blackberry Bliss. It's an older color, but I'm still using it. And with this stamp, it's easier if you stamp first. There we go. And then punch. Then you can line it up much nicer than if you punch and then stamp. it's a little harder to match the stamp up. Okay, there we go. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch out of Blackberry Bliss this same, and see how close, oh my gosh, see how close I got it to the edge, just so I would not waste a lot of paper. Cover this up. Now, before I do anything else, I want to stamp my sentiment. You and I make the best team. I'm going to do that one because I have someone in mind that I can give that to. And I'm going to stamp this one in black. Grab a stamp pad. Foam, because this is a photopolymer stamp, so it needs some cushioning. Our red rubber stamps don't need that. And it's a new one. I'm using it for the first time. So I'm just going to there. You and I make the best team. There. The other thing that you can do with this is take some of the hearts. I'll do that on a smaller block. And with that ink spot that had that nice color on it, I can take some of the hearts. I'm doing stamping off. Whoops, that almost was a catastrophe. And then I can add some light ones there. Stamp off. This is generational stamping. And stamp there. Look at that, just decorates it a little bit more. So a little trick here, I want to, now I could leave it like this. I could put it like this. And that adds, I could put it on this side. But I'm going to show you a little trick, and I'm going to do it top and bottom. So just cut this in half. And I'm going to have to cut these off. And I'm just going to go like this. So I'm going to have one in the bottom and one in the top. Whoops, narrow piece. Okay, so I'm just going to use my stamp and seal. Almost did that wrong. All right, it's just a nice little edging on there. And on there. So then I can put that. I think I'm going to add some ribbon. Some ribbon to the game. I have some nice white ribbon. Now, another little clue, hint, whatever, secret, is this ribbon came from something. I'm not sure what it was, but it's a nice piece of ribbon and it's white. And I thought, hey, I could use that for card making. So sometimes your gifts are wrapped in ribbon. Sometimes, you know, if you get some clothes, they're tied with ribbon, or the ribbon falls out of your clothes and they're no longer, you can use them. And as long as they're good and flat, you can still use them. I think, So I grabbed this piece of white ribbon, and I think there's enough just to do this with it. Behind, like this. Okay, so I'm going to cut the really wrangled edges off. And there I have some ribbon. Listen, use what you have. Yes, you will have to buy some new things. It's a given because you need supplies. But use what you have, and I'm just not sure where I want to put this. I think right there is where I want to put it, but I'm going to put it up on foam adhesives just to raise it up a bit. I'm using the tail end of my adhesives. So I'm using up what's around the outside edge. I could cut it, but it rips apart nice and easy as well. See, I don't have very much of it left. But use it all. Use it all. I think I'll put one in the middle. Come with me. Now, if you look back at the first card I made, go back to the second or third video. I think it was the second video. This looks different. There we go. Now I want to add one more thing, and that is gems. And I have just the perfect gems. Oh my gosh, these are iridescent rhinestones, and they're beautiful, and they're going to pick up the color so beautifully. So what I'm going to do is just put a row here, just along here. And there's our card done with our envelope. Now I'm going to stamp something in this inside. I haven't finished that yet, but I will stamp something, and look at that, how beautiful that is. And that was from one 6x6 sheet of paper and Blackberry Bliss cardstock. A beautiful card made. So there, I've shared with you about the big sale that's going on, opportunities to get some product, but then get some free product. And if you become a consultant and you order a kit that you can build your own with your own supplies, you even get free shipping and handling. So that's a good deal. So this was the Blooming Expressions paper, and I made this card. And this is rolled up. You can see how that is rolled up. And then there's ribbon on there, white ribbon. This paper is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just going to be so much fun to work with. And so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. If this is your first time with Celebration and you're just not understanding a lot of it, I'd be glad to answer some questions for you. But this happens annually with Stampin' Up, and it's a great time to stock up on things and get started on your card making, or add to your collection already and continue your card making. And what better time to start than January? We don't have a lot to do. We get stormed in sometimes, and it's just nice to go to the craft room and just set up and just sit down and be creative. It's just, time passes very quickly. And there's lots of ideas out there, and I still have a gazillion ideas to share with you. So we're not finished by a long shot. I'm just looking forward to coming to you each week, twice a week, and just sharing with you. Card making is such a joy. Sharing our cards after we've made them is even more of a joy when we share our cards, sharing kindness one card at a time. Thank you for joining me.